Flaviar Whiskey Advent Calendar tasting. But let's crack this one open and see what it's all about. Let's give it a sip. Toasted sourdough bread. Welcome back to the Flaviar Whiskey Advent Calendar tasting. My name is Louie, and today we are embarking on day 20 of our incredible journey tasting through these awesome Advent calendars. After today's tasting, make sure you're leaving me your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Leave a like and make sure you're subscribed to the Flaviar YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. All right, let's get right into it. Firstly, we're going to be tasting from our black Advent calendar here called the Amber Kingdom. It has a temple artwork right on the front. But if what you have is the green Advent calendar, which is called the Search for the Secret Spirits, with the statue artwork right on the front, make sure you're jumping over to the time code on the screen right now so that you can get directly on over to your tasting. Each box has its own incredible lineup of unique whiskeys to sample, and they're differentiated by both the color of the box as well as the artwork on the front. So make sure you're following along to the correct box. So first we're gonna grab our Amber Kingdom box, we're gonna open it on up and pull out the sample from day 20. All right. So what do we have here today? Well, to figure that out, we're gonna need to grab our spirits journal and jump on over to page 20 to see what we're working with. And we can see that today the whiskey that we are sampling is from Minor Case, and it is a rye whiskey. It comes in at 45% ABV. All right, let's crack this one open to see what it's all about. So it's got a nice light amber color to it. And on the nose, it has this soft but complex floral aroma with some fruity notes as well as like a touch of that rye spice. On the palate, it's got the soft cherry and almost raisin flavor with some of those rye notes, and it also reminds me a little bit of like a sherry wine. So it really coats your mouth and gives it a nice mouth. And it's got this powerful but sweet finish with notes reminiscent of like caramel and other fruity notes that just softly linger. Really interesting, this one. But all right, let's move on to the tasting from the other box. All right, let's grab our Search for the Secret Spirits box and open it up to day 20. Pop that open. And what do we have here? Well, to figure that out, we're gonna need a little bit of help from our spirits journal. Let's open this up to day 20 and see what we're working with. And we can see here that what we're tasting today is a Yellowstone whiskey, which is their select bourbon whiskey, coming in at 46.5% ABV. Well, let's crack this one open and see what it's all about. It's got this beautiful roasted chestnut color to it. And what about on the nose? So you get a dash of that rye spice, you get a little bit of caramel, herbs, bananas, dried fruit, and like brown butter. And what does it taste like? Well, let's give it a sip. So right off the bat, I get this kind of like rich toffee flavor with like kind of like a smoked caramel flavor as well, along with like roasted hazelnuts or like a flamed orange zest. And it reminds me of like a toasted sourdough bread. The finish is like medium in length with these sweet and smoky oak flavors to it. Another enjoyable one. And that brings us to the end of day 20. Please make sure you're letting me know what you think in the comments down below, and thank you so much for being with us today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I cannot wait to see you back here tomorrow for our next incredible day going through these awesome Advent calendars. I will see you tomorrow. Cheers.